So before we start, let's look at the terms of use for a minute. I would like to show you a few things in this section. The terms of use tell you what your responsibilities are and what Wave's are, but the thing that's interesting about how Wave has set this up is it does have all the legal information here on the left, but on the right they have it in more simple terms, so it's easier to understand. And they do this through the whole section of the terms of use. So as we scroll down, well, they'll mention that they'd love for you to use Wave, but you're just using it. They still own it. And that you need to have an email. So when they talk about communicating electronically, it's still, you just need to have an email. And they will need to be able to communicate with you via email. So those are just some of the things that they talk about with their terms of use. And all that Wave does is put the numbers together for you. So let's read this one right here. This is software that crunches numbers. If you put the wrong numbers in, Wave Financial cannot be responsible for the wrong numbers coming out. We will not be checking your work. Even if your numbers are correct, we aren't going to certify that you've done what the government or anyone else needed you to do. So that's just basically putting numbers together for you. And that you'll be honest. So anyways, it just goes over what the terms of use are. And if you have questions about any of this, please read all of it, of course, but even if you just read the simple terms, that will be more beneficial for you than not reading any of it all. I also have the privacy policy, which is right here. This does not have the simpler terms, but it does talk about the data they collect and the scope of what they'll be looking for. And it's numbered. So, and if you close your account, they destroy your information in 60 days unless there's a legal reason that they cannot. So there's privacy policy, and security is right here. If you have questions and concerns about whether your information is secure with Wave, this is actually a good place to start to get information. They have it audited every year. And then when you load a page in your browser or upload something to Wave, all that information is encrypted while it's moving over the internet. So just so that you know that they are taking measures to keep your information safe. And the other thing I would point out with this, bank access security, read-only security, the connection Wave makes with your financial institution to report transactions is read-only, meaning they aren't moving money to and from your account with that. And for increased security, they have online banking service to manage bank account and password data. These third parties are trusted by some of the world's biggest banks, including Bank of America, Citibank, and Wells Fargo. So that's just so you know about the security information, and you can read more of that yourself. These two, the additional terms, are actually also at the bottom of the terms of use policy. So you just scroll back up here. And then also in here, it has the contact us section. And their customer support is actually really good. And if you do need help, I would really encourage you to go to their customer support if you need help. They have many different ways you can get help with Wave. So they are located in Canada. Now let's scroll back down here for 1 second and look at the pricing for a second. So this is the pricing right here. And this is just goes over how much things cost. And you can click on each section to learn more about what's free. The accounting software, invoicing, receipt scanning, all of that is free with what it says on the right. And then online payments are per use. And then payroll is a monthly fee, and this tells you exactly what you can get with that. This is the About Us section, and it just tells you what they're doing and what they're made of, and just helps you have a little bit more understanding of who the company is. So here we have this section about the accounting section. It's about the accounting software and what it does. And it really is quite easy. But what I wanted to take the moment to look at is actually right down here in frequently asked questions. Is the software actually free? It is actually free. There's no trials, no limitations, and no hidden fees. You don't need to pull your wallet out. Is my data safe? It's completely safe. Our servers are protected physically and electronically. Do I need to install software? There is no software installed. This is all web-based. You do need to have internet and browser, and you can download, install our mobile app, invoicing and receipt scanning apps for your cell phone. Do I need to enter my credit card? You don't need to enter your credit card unless you want to use the payroll service. So it works with a Mac or a PC. So those are just some of the questions that you can have answered, and there is actually a lot of support. So one of the other questions right down here is, can I import my data from my other account apps like QuickBooks? Yes, switching is easy, and we'll tell you how to make the switch right here, and this is in the accounting section. So there's that section, and we also have helpful resources. And then as well as all the accounting features that are available. So that's just a little bit of an introduction about the Wave privacy policy in terms of use and some frequently asked questions and pricing, just to get you started. And then we'll continue the next one with how to get started with Wave. You will need to create an email account before you can log into Wave. You'll need it for your login.